Welcome, wise investors, to another one of our updates. And we're going to take a look at the progress of our portfolios, okay, which is basically the progress of our strategy. Current market movement strategy and current market value strategy. I will be giving you guys some advice as we go along and as we take a look at the different aspects of what it means to be a wise investor. And one of the most obvious aspects of what it means to be a wise investor is patience. As we can see, a lot of these, there's one more account that has been added onto this portfolio, and that is here at the bottom. It's another current market value account. Now, the current market value account, again, that's a little bit longer term. So it requires much more patience, and the growth is not as much over time. But guess what? There is still growth, and that's the great thing about this strategy. Now, the one that's the newest addition has just been added. So this is a very new account. In fact, let's take a look at it. All right. So as we go, we're going to look at each of these portfolios so that we can see the progress of how this works. Now, for those of you who are new, or for those of you who are not clear what I'm talking about, just really quick, there's a strategy that we use. It's called the Forex Helper strategy. And without going into too much details about the Forex Helper, but that's just the name of the strategy. Okay. Now, with this strategy, there are two aspects to it. We have the current market value and the current market movement. Okay. With these two aspects, one requires you to hold your assets for a long duration of time. I would say anywhere from 3 to 6 months. That's the current market value. Now, with current market movement, you can hold your positions technically anywhere from 3 days upwards to 1 to 2 months, somewhere in that window. Okay, so I would say 3 days to 2 months. Okay, anywhere in between that window of opportunity. Now, with this website, what is this website that we're looking at? This is called MyFXBook. So here it's at the top here. Let's see, myfxbook.com. Now, the great thing about this website is it works like a Google Analytics. Basically, what it does is it just calculates what's going on with your trades when you place a trade in your account. MyFXBook calculates all of that. It has nothing to do with the user, has nothing to do with the broker. It's a third-party website that calculates it for you. So the computers does all the crunching of the numbers, and it'll tell you whether or not what you're doing works or if it doesn't work. And if it does work, it will start to graph and plot out all of the points every day. And so this is what you have here. You have there's actually the one. Okay. You have 4 portfolios here. Each of these portfolios represent an aspect of the Forex Helper strategy, the current market value aspect, as well as the current market movement aspect. So that is the summary of what's going on. And if you're truly a wise investor, and the number one requirement for being a wise investor is patience. As you can see, let me go into the first account, which is the most recent and newest account that has been added, which calculates the current market value, CMV, long term. Let's go ahead and open that up. It's very new. Okay. Now, this account, let me see, it was updated 3 minutes ago. It's very new. And let's see, it started on January 4th. So for those of you who are new to this and you want to start off, you can get an idea of what it is to start off using our strategy. If you want to start off at the beginning of the year and still have some time to get right into it. Now, whether or not you're going to remain, that's a different question. All right. You need endurance. This is a long-term journey. This is like a marathon. This is not a sprint. This isn't day trading. This isn't what you see out there in the online investment world. It has nothing to do with that. This is a long-term investing, wise investing. So if you want to come on board and you want to start off here, you're more than welcome to. You can come on board and start off just like how this, what you're seeing here in this graph represents a beginner. Now, where are we right now? We're currently at a 5% growth. 5% growth. Okay, so we're currently at a 5% growth on our most newest account. So let's go back here. Let's see here. Let's see. Now it usually updates at the, okay, there you go. It just updated. All right, so it just refreshed. We can see the 5% growth here. 5% growth. That's pretty good. All right, considering we just started this account first week of January, which represents our current market value, which is a longer term. Now, there's going to be some up and downs along the way. Now, so I don't make this video unnecessarily long, I'll go ahead and get into our main account, which is that one with a little, well, not a little, but a huge mountain. It's still two accounts here, the current market movement accounts. The current market movement account is 29% growth, and the current market movement account that is 16% growth. And they're both moving in a similar fashion. So let me single those out so we can kind of look at them clearly on this graph. I'm going to close that one out and close this one out. Those are the two accounts that we follow every day on the updates. Those are the two accounts that I highly recommend for those of you who are new and you don't know where to start and you want to try this strategy for yourself. And those of you who are going online or contact our representatives asking for proof, well, here you go. This is the proof, guys. Here's the proof right in front of your face. So now you're able to see. I wish I did this a long time ago. I wish I did this from the beginning, actually. But hey, everything happens for a reason, so it is what it is. I'm very happy that I'm doing this now because now you can see with your own eyes what is going on from a third-party website. You can see the analytics for yourself and you can see the growth, and you'll continue to see the growth as it climbs, as it goes through its up and downs. You can see the up and downs are a little similar on both of the current market movements. Now, I will say this, that one of them, the purple one, the reason we saw such a explosive growth is because of the type of assets that were placed in that account. You know, you have some assets that will swell up more than others, you know, i.e. cryptocurrencies. Okay, they will gain in value in and of themselves way more than any other type of asset. So you have the combination of those. That's one of the reasons why we've seen such an explosive growth on this one, which peaked at 45%. Now we're going to get to that 45%. We're at 29%, you know, rounded up to 30%. Okay, we're almost there. Okay, so eventually it's going to reach back up there, but it's a steady growth. A steady growth. That means if you would have followed us, for those of you who hung in there, those of you who have the endurance to hang in there and don't give up, That's what I'm talking to. I'm talking to wise investors who have that mindset. And that's very rare. And since I've been doing this, that's one of the things I've noticed. This is a very, very selected group of people. Got some that go in and they'll start taking matters in their own hands because they might assume. A lot of assumptions are made here too. They will assume because they're not seeing what they desire to see, that somewhere down the line this is not working and we don't have a clue, and I don't have a clue what I'm talking about or what I'm doing. So this is why I would rather let the analytics speak for me. And here you have it. So where are we right now? We're at 29.33% growth overall from the time we first started, November 4th, up until now, January 21st, November 4th, 2021. Okay. And here we are, January 21st, 2022. 29% growth. Okay. That's amazing. Absolutely amazing. The other one here, 16% growth. Same thing, current market movement. Same thing. But let's go ahead and get a closer view at one of these, and I'll end this video because it was a little bit longer than I anticipated it to be. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look here. This one updated about 13 minutes ago, and here we see, guys, here's the one that showed up as purple. We can see where it started, November 4th. We can see where we are now at 29.33% growth. And we can see the pattern here. And I will say this, this is usually when people leave whenever it dips. Whenever here's a dip here, a growth, a dip, and then you have a bunch of people exiting. A growth, dip, growth, dip. And again, I'll if I sound repetitive, well, listen, it's a pattern. Patterns are repetitive. Okay? There's a lot of things that need to be repetitive in order for it to be ingrained deep into your being, okay? Because there's this hard shell that needs to be penetrated in order for an individual to really attain to a certain goal and have understanding. And that this wisdom that I'm throwing out at you, those of you who are listening, it has to penetrate through a lot of bad habits and bad teachings on how to invest online that you've been picking up everywhere. Only for those who are willing. So guys, there you have it. I'm going to end this video, and I hope to see you on the next update. If you're interested in joining, we will be focusing a lot more on the free trials, 7-day free trials. We're going to have that back up again. It's going to be a little different this time. For those of you guys who want to try it out, that's fine. For those of you guys who want to hop on board, I urge you to go to our website, contact our representatives there, and they'll get you started right away. Okay? I'll see you on the next update. And remember, this is a true saying here: only winners invest in their minds for wiser returns.